I wasn't supposed to tell anyone this story. Not because I was afraid people wouldn't believe me. The truth is much worse. Every time I tell it, I remember something new. And every new memory makes me wonder if I ever really left that town. It all started 3 months ago. I received an envelope with no return address. There was no stamp, no barcode, no fingerprints, nothing that could explain where it came from. Inside was a single piece of paper. One sentence. If you still remember your own name, don't come. Most people would have thrown it away. I should have. Instead, I turned the paper over. On the back were coordinates. No explanation. No signature. Just numbers. Curiosity has a strange way of overpowering common sense. 3 days later, I was driving through a forest that seemed to stretch forever. The road became narrower with every mile. The trees grew taller. The sky became darker. At some point, my GPS stopped updating. My phone lost signal. The radio faded into a low, endless hum. Then even the clock on my dashboard stopped moving. 6:42 p.m. It stayed there. 5 minutes passed. Then 10. The hands never moved. I pulled over and checked my phone. It also read 6:42. I restarted it twice. Nothing changed. The silence outside felt unnatural, not peaceful. Empty. There were no birds, no insects, no wind moving through the branches. It was as if the entire forest had stopped breathing. Then the trees suddenly ended, without warning, without transition. One moment I was surrounded by dense woods. The next, I was looking at a small town. A weathered wooden sign stood beside the road. Only one word remained visible: Ashvale. The houses looked normal. Fresh paint, clean windows, flower boxes beneath every porch. Someone clearly lived here. But I couldn't see a single person. No cars, no bicycles, no lights. Just rows of silent homes staring back at me. As I drove farther into town, I noticed something that made my stomach tighten. Every house had a clock mounted above its front door. Every single one of them showed exactly the same time. 9:12. Not 9:11. Not 9:13. I checked my watch. It was still frozen at 6:42. I parked near what looked like the town square. That's when I finally saw someone. An old man sat alone on a wooden bench. He wasn't reading. He wasn't smoking. He was simply waiting. As if he already knew I was coming, I walked toward him. Before I could introduce myself, he spoke. "You took longer than the last one." I frowned. "The last one?" He ignored my question. Instead, he looked up at the sky. The sun hadn't moved, not even slightly. Then he turned back to me. "Listen carefully." His voice was calm, almost rehearsed. "There are only 3 rules here. If you follow them, you'll probably leave. If you break even one..." He stopped speaking, not dramatically, almost as if he had forgotten how the sentence ended. Finally, he continued. "Rule 1. Never answer anyone calling your name after sunset. Rule 2. If every dog in town starts barking at the same time, close your eyes, no matter what you hear." Then he took a long breath. His expression changed. For the first time, he looked afraid. Rule 3. His voice dropped to barely a whisper. "Whatever happens, do not look outside after 21:13. I laughed. Not because it was funny, because it sounded ridiculous. The old man didn't smile. Instead, he stood up, slowly, painfully, as if every movement hurt. Then he looked directly into my eyes. "You won't understand that rule. Not yet." He turned around and walked away. I watched him disappear between 2 buildings. Seconds later, he was gone. Not hidden. Gone. As if he had never existed at all. I was completely alone. Or, at least I thought I was.